Is the Great Resignation actually over now? I mean, is this, the next iteration of what's to come?
Yeah, the data is not there to show that yet. There's still a major gap in the market between the number of open jobs and the number of employees who are out there, potential employees out there looking for jobs. I think the big challenge there, though, is that there's a major skills mismatch between the jobs that are open, the skills that they demand, and then what the employees who are out in the broader population have. And so, for employees who are looking, thinking about what are those skills, what jobs are open versus just following I guess a whim might be a good strategy to finding one of those roles.
Right, because I wonder, Bhushan, is there certain industries, I'm going to say restaurant or hospitality, they still really haven't gotten all their workers back, and you really see it in customer service, so then you would also think they would see it in their bottom line.
But they haven't. But here's the opportunity, say leisure and hospitality. There's really kind of two ends of the spectrum. There's people that will pay premium pricing for experiences and security and luxury. And so firms have got to get ahead of that and make sure they've got the right customer experience, the right technology, the right people, and the right service model. And then they've also kind of got to deal with challenges kind of at lower end. And how do they kind of think about people on lower income who want to travel, and how do they consume in a more economic model? So firms don't, it's not just about labor, but it's all about how do we reinvent kind of pricing to say, again, certain consumers are living their best lives and certain consumers in this inflationary world are living paycheck to paycheck.
And I wonder too about job security right now. You see the moves that the feds are making. That the possibility of layoffs really looms large. So what kind of job security do people have now? Because it has been that the employee has seemed to really have the power lately, Julia.
Yeah, I think a lot of companies are certainly looking at their headcount and thinking about, planning for different business scenarios, being more conservative than they were, even just a couple of months back. They're probably going to be valuing a couple of things. Again, employees who have critical skills, we're probably not going to see, that suddenly change. They're trying to grow in certain areas, so they might be looking for individuals who have skills in a growth spot for them. I also think you'll see companies who are valuing that loyalty. Going back to what we were talking about earlier, where individuals are going, gosh, I think that maybe I'm making less because I didn't jump elsewhere. Those individuals might be a little more secure now because they've shown that they were able to stay, that they can be trusted. They also more than likely are more productive than some of the newer joiners to organizations, because it does take a lot to onboard, to get time to productivity, and to actually be able to could make a contribution to the bottom line. So I think we'll see a lot of those things be the things that are valued as employers look at their workforce and think about the next 6 to 12 months.